Netherlands and all the other partners that are with us today. Thank you.
I thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. It is now my honor to invite the President of Ukraine, His Excellency Mr. Volodymyr Zelenskyy, to take the floor.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, dear Prime Minister. Dear Dick, thank you so much. And dear President Sandu, Maya, dear Secretary General Berset, thank you very much for the invitation. Thank you for everything, for your support. Dear friends, ministers, and first of all, I want to tell you thank you to your nations, to your leaders, to your people. This is very important that all this year of this war, your nations are with us. Thank you so much for your people. For all this support, for us, for Ukraine, for people, and our children, and for our right to defend ourselves in every sense of the word. Not only the right to physical protection as an independent nation against external aggression, but also the right to live a normal life safely, like everyone in Europe or any other part of the world deserves. Today and this year, things are being created for Ukraine that should have started a long time ago, at least back in 2014. But really, in fact, considering how many wars Russia has started or supported, this should have happened even earlier. Europe has a very long history of wars, and it cannot afford to treat this lightly. All pressure on Russia must remain in place as long as occupation of our land continues. Russia must feel that it is a criminal and face consequences for that as long as our people remain in Russian captivity and until the Ukrainian children abducted by Russia are brought home. Sanctions must limit Russia until it shows respect for peaceful life and the rights of its neighbors. And of course, every Russian war crime must have consequences for those who committed them. We hope the Tribunal for Russian aggression will truly begin its work, not just for us, but for everyone who wants peace in Europe. We expect that every mechanism for compensation from the Register of Damage and Claims Commission to the actual payments will start working and receive strong and sufficient international support so that people can truly feel that any kind of damage caused by the war can be compensated. This war and Russia's responsibility for it must become a clear example so that others learn not to choose aggression. Thank you. Slava Ukraini!
I thank you, Mr. President. It is now my honor to invite the President of the Republic of Moldova, representing the Committee of Ministers of the Council of Europe, Her Excellency Ms. Maya Sandu, to take the floor.
Prime Minister Dick Schoof, President Volodymyr Zelenskyy, Secretary General Alain Berset, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for bringing us together. We meet as Russia's full-scale aggression against Ukraine continues to take lives, destroy cities, and weaken the foundations of the European security. So, amid all high-level discussions, we must keep the ultimate objective in mind: to save lives, stop the suffering, and bring peace that does not give rise to the next war. Moldova supports all efforts that bring an end to the war and the suffering it causes, all efforts that lead to a dignified peace, and all efforts that prevent a future war. Because how this war ends will shape Europe's future. In this sense, history is consistent. Peace without accountability rarely holds. Where responsibility is affirmed through law and institutions, societies recover. Where accountability is avoided or postponed, violence returns, often in more destabilizing forms. Accountability is about creating the conditions for peace that endures. And therefore, accountability is a condition of security today and for the future. But accountability is not only about Ukraine, and it is not only about one aggressor and one victim. Accountability is about Europe, about every country in Europe. It is about whether Europe as a whole is willing to defend its peace. This war is already affecting our normal ways of life far beyond the front line. Drones violate European airspace, disrupting travel plans. Critical infrastructure is targeted through sabotage. Cyber attacks disrupt services. Disinformation seeks to divide our societies from within. This is how modern hybrid war spreads, quietly, gradually, and deliberately. The front line is not only in Ukraine. It is wherever Europeans expect safety, stability, and normality and begin to lose them. This moment is about Ukraine, but it is also about whether free and sovereign nations in Europe can protect their people from evil and harm, whether we, Europeans, can hold together in solidarity to defend our way of life, our democracies, and our peace. This is why the convention we signed today, establishing the International Claims Commission for Ukraine, matters. This matters first and foremost for people, for those who lost family members, for those whose homes were destroyed, whose lives were forever changed. Law cannot undo loss,